So I just want to show you a non-scale victory. If you look at the comparison pictures from a previous video, I used to have to wear an underslip, a long underslip with this shirt, and now I actually no longer have to. It actually covers a lot more of my, I guess, lower belly area.
Looks the same to me. The amount of mental gymnastics to try and turn failures into accomplishments is crazy. Not only does the scale confirm you're gaining, but we have eyes gall.
Hello guys! Okay, hello, I'm ready. It's ready. I have some chicken biryani, and it's from a place that will not upset my belly. The last time I had biryani, I got it from like a really cheap place. Really cheap. Too good to be true cheap, and I paid for it, trust me. But this is from an expensive, yummy place. Yum, the fried onions on it. Okay, let's get this unpacked. We have, what is this? Probably potato broth. Yeah, it is. Yummy. All of the biryani stuff is underneath. The chicken. So biryani is like an Indian food, so there's like Indian spices on this chicken. It's chicken thighs, I think, but whatever. Oh, thigh and breast. And some greens. I haven't had this in a while, huh? At least on camera. Actually, I haven't really had it in a while either. And we're gonna have diet Coca-Cola.
Oh, thank goodness it's diet. Now go ahead and ignore the carbs in that pile of rice meant for 5 people.
Bismillah. We have, I think this is like mabuch. It smells good. It smells like coriander, like cilantro. We have this spicy mabuch. This is the mabuch. Crushed peppers and garlic. And I already said bismillah, so let's try this biryani chicken with rice. Beauty bite. You can put the broth on the rice.
Notice how quickly she reverted into filming these massive carb feasts as soon as she announced she's keeping her weight loss journey offline.
Salah's eating mansaf with laham, with meat, with mutton meat. So I'll show you guys what his meal looks like. It's his favorite, so yeah. He's happy to be eating that today. So good. Okay, I recently heard about this. Somebody in the comments in my chat last night during my live stream said that apparently there was a UFO sighting off the coast of Kuwait. So I looked it up, and sure enough, there is a report from US Congress. The US, it was actually reported from the US defense team, like national defense. There's a lot of US military stations in Kuwait. I don't know the history of that, but I'm guessing since the Gulf War. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could have looked it up, but I didn't for this video, so forgive me. But look how tender, the chicken just falls right off. I'm very picky about thigh meat, but this one is like always so well cooked from this place. Like, it just falls right off. Okay, so what was reported and talked about in Congress? Like, they talked about this in Congress? Like, what? They actually identified it as not a UFO. It was an unidentified anomalous phenomena. Anomalous means like against the norm, like against science, basically, like abnormal in a sense.
Hearing her talk about science is as aggravating to listen to as her opinion on the Tyson versus Paul fight. I highly recommend checking out the UAP hearings in Congress instead of listening to Foodie completely mess up the details. I guarantee you this is her trying to remember the 2-minute snippets of TikTok brain rot from her For You page.
So, basically, they identified it as a UAP. But there's apparently a 13-minute video of this white orb, like unidentified object, and then there's a second orb that comes into frame. I'm gonna try to find the video.
شوف طلع دخان يا شو اسمك تعال شنو طيارة طلع دخان.
The greens with lemon are so good. But like, that's freaky. I did see the video. What is this? Some kind of vegetable? Unidentified vegetable. Speaking of unidentified objects. Man, the food has so many like different spices and flavors. That's what I love about it. I'm gonna have to get dirty here, guys. Wow, the breast is just like falls off. It's so good. I love this place. So that is kind of creepy. Apparently, like, Kuwait has a history of UFO sightings since like the 70s, from what I saw online. And that's just like interesting. I never knew that. I'd be interested to know which area of the world has the most UFO sightings. Probably the US, huh? I don't know. But if it is the US, is it not interesting that it was a report from the US defense that this sighting came about? I don't know. There's something weird going on. People think that Kuwait has so many UFO sightings since, like, you know, because of the different wars it's been involved in, the Iran-Iraq war, also the Gulf War. Very interesting. I mean, what could it be? It doesn't look like a plane at all. They give you so much chicken. Oh my gosh. Chicken wang. But thank you to whoever pointed that out, because I wouldn't have probably known about that. I don't really pay attention to the news. I probably should pay more attention to the news, but I think I hate the news because it reminds me of like early morning school days. Because when I used to be, you know, going to school, growing up, and I was super tired. In elementary, I used to take the bus, and the bus driver would always be listening to like the low droning, like morning news. And it just reminded me of like being super tired on the bus and not wanting to be there.
Imagine sitting there regularly calling your viewers uncultured and uneducated whilst admitting you don't pay attention to the news because they remind you of having to go to school as a child. 40 years old, by the way.
In high school, my mom would take me and would listen to the news on the radio. Or my best friend's dad would take us and he would listen to the news full blast. And if we were talking over the news, girls, quiet down, will ya? I'm listening to the news. So I think subconsciously I hold a grudge. So yeah, I found that interesting. I just wanted to share with you guys. Kind of creepy. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna save the rest. There's a lot of leftovers, so. I thank you guys for watching and listening. I'll see you later, guys. See you in the future. Bye.